we are living in a time that begs public scrutiny. Social media and our 24-hour news cycles, and everyone's writing op-eds. So there certainly are several instances where an individual will raise a concern that comes to the attention of SAC-COC, or quite frankly, for that matter, any other regional accrediting body. We would expect an inquiry to be made. And when I say we would expect, I think NACIPI would expect. As we recognize or make recommendations to the Department of Education for the recognition, of our 7 regional accrediting bodies, one of the things we're looking at is public comment. To the extent that public comment has been made, is there a response that is sensible and appropriate and consistent with the standards and norms that we would expect of a higher education institution? Have students' concerns been taken seriously? Is there a process for vetting legitimate concerns, whether that be student, faculty, or staff, or external constituencies? And so I think what is being used as, in many instances, a negative, i.e. SACs responding to a publicly discussed challenge or problem in a responsible way by sending a letter of inquiry, very much as Sally has said, really created an unnecessary amount of consternation and confusion, when that is very standard and something that we would absolutely expect of an accrediting body that is paying attention to the constituencies that the institutions are designed to serve. For SAC-COC, for example, there are upwards of 14 standards that range from mission to governance to facilities to student affairs to academic quality and credibility, and so finance, you name it. And so if an issue is raised about federal financial aid and the ways in which it is distributed, that creates a need for an inquiry. If there is infringement on the faculty's ability to identify programs that are appropriate for the institution, then there is reason for inquiry. We know that academic freedom requires that faculty be heavily engaged in the curriculum development process, and the creation of a new school might suggest new curriculum, new academic programming, et cetera. And so perfectly appropriate for an inquiry on the part of an accrediting body. And that would be the case if it was any accrediting body. I think SAC-COC really has found itself in the middle of this public controversy, but quite frankly, the same could be said of any accrediting body, any of the 7 regional accrediting bodies, if they are functioning as we expect them to nationally, as we expect them to be, again, largely consumer protection agents who ensure that the students are getting what they are paying for. Fairness in advertising, accuracy in advertising, financial aid distribution, facilities, et cetera. So I think rather than draw fire, that should draw accolades for being good stewards of the process with which they're passed.